It was in this stretch of caves behind me that 200 years ago native rhinoceros and hippopotamus bones were discovered. Find out when and where these exotic animals roamed in just a few moments. On today's show, I'm attempting to help a couple of expats to escape the bush down under and relocate back to home soil. They take a trip down memory lane.
That's great, isn't it?
It is nice.
Fantastic.
When was the last time you had one of those?
20 years ago, 30 years ago.
And send a shiver down my spine.
How are you going to get out of that bath?
I don't want to know. Today, I'm in Nottinghamshire at Cresswell Crags, where an excavation proved that the narrow-nosed rhinoceros, a species now extinct, lived 120,000 years ago. And this network of limestone caves was also the most northerly-based campsite in the world of our Ice Age ancestors, and is the home of the only known cave art from that period in Britain. In fact, there seems to be an underground history embedded into this county, and I'll be looking deeper into that later on in the programme. But first, let's not ignore the human history that's played its part in this varied and intriguing county. For 20 years, Karen and David have lived abroad, spending the last 18 years in Australia. But having sold their house near Perth, they feel now is the time to rediscover their roots.
We've known each other 22 years and we've been married for 20 years. And we've really never had a life in the UK. We're moving from Beeliar, which is a suburb of Perth. We had some good neighbours, but it was like a housing estate. Everybody was too close together for my liking.
And family ties are pulling them back home to Nottinghamshire.
Because we've got 2 grandchildren now. Once a year wasn't doing it for us.
Whilst they search for a new home, they're staying with Karen's sister Lorraine in Worksop.
When I told my sister we'd made a decision to come home, she said her wish had come true. She says that's the only thing she ever wanted is me to come back home. Oh, it makes me cry thinking about it.
Now to discover the financial details for the new home.
Our budget for this move is £350,000. We've just had our 20-year holiday. Now it's time to come home. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
David and Karen have asked us to concentrate our search in the north of the county, to be within reasonable distance from their family in Worksop. I met up with them on their home turf of Nottinghamshire to find out more about this radical move. Well, good morning. Welcome, both of you, back to the UK and to Nottinghamshire. Is it good to be here?
Yes, it's absolutely marvellous to be back home.
Talk me through your ideal house here in the UK.
I would like a detached.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like 3 or 4 bedrooms. I'd like an ensuite. I'd like a large kitchen diner, 2 reception rooms, utility room, a sunroom, and a nice big garden.
Private garden.
OK, I mean, I was thinking you might not have made your mind up on that plane journey. Sounds like you have, certainly. Your Australian house, quite modern, isn't it?
Very modern, yeah.
So can the house be modern, then?
Yes.
The house can be old on the outside.
Right.
But the inside, we must have it modern.
Mm-hmm.
What are no-nos? What don't you want to have a look at, Karen?
No beams.
Right, OK.
No low ceilings.
OK.
No dark rooms.
Right. Now, the exciting thing from my point of view, I'm sure from your point of view as well, is, you know, you've already made this move over here. Your furniture is in transit, isn't it?
Yes, it's coming over now.
So you've sold?
Sold.
So if we find you a property, you can go for it.
We need to move in quick.
And it means that we shouldn't be wasting any more time stood here. Let's get on with it.
Good.
For a budget of £350,000, David and Karen are looking for a detached country retreat with 3 to 4 bedrooms, a large family kitchen diner, 2 reception rooms, a large private garden, and not too far away from their family in Worksop. We've got 3 first-rate houses to show them, and I'll be testing their valuation skills when I ask them to guess the price. Our final property is the Mystery House, which will really pose them a few questions. But with their furniture arriving in just a couple of months, it's time to get cracking and head for the first house. Although we begin our search on the eastern side of the county in the village of Wigsley, we're still only around 40 minutes from their family in Worksop. The nearby village of Eagle, with its leafy lanes, is just over the border into Lincolnshire. House number 1, an extended Victorian cottage, can be found in a secluded spot in the quiet village of Wigsley. What are we thinking?
It's gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, fantastic.
Excellent first house, you know what I mean? Excellent first house. That's
Yeah.
looking good. That's
Yeah?
looking real
Yeah,
good.
it really is.
Let's go inside.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic first impressions to house number 1, but that's just the exterior. Bearing in mind they're used to large open-plan style houses in Australia, it remains to be seen whether their expectations are realistic. Now, Karen, you were very prescriptive about what you're after in a kitchen, so let's start in here first.
This kitchen is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's just what I imagined a country kitchen to be like.
Yeah.
But I do like this. It's bright, it's cheerful, and you've got a nice family room. And I think that is really nice. What do you think?
I like how it leads on to the garden, but just not 100% sure about the kitchen.
Oh, I like it.
Why is that? What's...
It's probably not got that modern feel. It might have. I might not be seeing it properly, I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's a fair comment. Look, it's, you know, it is, as Karen described it, a country kitchen. You know, it's not an old one. It's fairly recently fitted, bespoke units, but it's done in that country style. Now, living room.
Yes.
You're going to need to use your imagination, I think. OK, follow me.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask you first, David, because I kind of know what you're going to say.
It's not for me, not the darkness of it. Whether or not it could be different if we painted them white, I don't know.
One thing you could do is, if you plasterboarded over these,
Yeah.
then you could put downlighters inside. One thing you do get in here that you probably, well, you wouldn't probably want in Australia, you get some open fires.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it?
It is nice.
Fantastic.
When was the last time you had one of those?
20 years ago,
Yeah.
30 years ago.
Now, there's another reception area the other side of the kitchen. Yours got a small office area there with a door going into the garden. Let's go and take a look at the master bedroom, because I think you'll like that. The downstairs is completed by a utility room, including a shower and WC, and the 4th bedroom. So, divided opinions as we head upstairs. There is a study or possible single guest room and 2 double bedrooms, all served by a modern, stylish family bathroom, including a steam and shower cubicle. But first, the master. Now then, 3 double bedrooms on this floor.
Nice size. Nice size. Nice ensuite.
You've got a bath and separate shower in there.
Oh, wow. This is nice.
I love the balcony. Extension. It's like an extension to the bedroom. It's great.
Well, you get the morning sun in this room as well.
It's awesome. It's very nice.
Awesome is a word I love to hear. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go and look at another part of the garden. Start trying to get your head around how much this house might be, all right? The secluded lawned garden is at the front of the property and includes a summer house, ornamental pond and a patio area. So, how much do you think this house is on the market for?
You'll go first, Karen.
I'd say this house is 335,000.
OK.
100,000.
I'd say 300.
300?
300.
Well, it's on the market for offers around £329,950.
See, how close?
Coming in well under budget, this extended Victorian cottage has the privacy they're looking for, along with 4 bedrooms, the master with ensuite, a large kitchen diner, a lounge reception room, all set in a quiet village in the Nottinghamshire countryside. Had a good look around?
Yes, fantastic look around.
All right, on to the next one.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you.
The city of Nottingham is built on a sandstone outcrop, and it's this very sandstone that gives it quite a unique architectural heritage below ground. Underground caves were first recorded here as far back as the 13th century. And today I'm meeting Dr. David Strangewalker, project manager for the Nottingham Cave Survey, who's mapping some of the 500 man-made caves to encourage the city and its visitors to appreciate their archaeological importance. Well, David, here we are, right in the heart of Nottingham city centre, the hustle and bustle everywhere, and then we've got this huge, what, sandstone rock, is it?
Sandstone rock, that's right. We are looking at 3 or 4 of Nottingham's 543 caves that we know about, and there's probably more that we don't.
Now, I notice you've got a map in your hand here.
Yes.
What's this?
Well, this is all the caves that we know about on a map of Nottingham, and you can see they spread quite far out of the city. But in the city centre, you can see we've got this tremendous density of caves. I mean, nearly every property's got a cave underneath it. And as we say, 500 caves plus.
So with so many caves littering the city centre, can you get access to any of these?
Yeah, we can. We can go and see some of them. And in fact, I'm going to take you next to Peel Street, just up here.
OK, great.
Here we go?
Yes, please. But let's
Brilliant.
get out of the weather. Many of the caves have been used for commercial purposes or visitor attractions over the years. However, this one here at Peel Street, once a sandstone mine and an air raid shelter, is not yet open to the public. So these caves being dry and safe from the weather, they became living places then, obviously?
Some of them did, yeah. Yeah, at the start of the 19th century. Nottingham started to industrialise in a massive way. And unlike a lot of cities, it didn't expand outwards. There were ownership issues with the fields around. And so it expanded inwards. And so a lot of the cellar caves that existed, you know, from the medieval period under houses started to be used as dwelling places by families, by slum landlords, really. And it's got to be one of the grimmest bits of Nottingham's history, really.
So you've got a current project on the go at the moment of mapping these caves?
That's right, yes.
By mapping the caves using 3D technology, they aim to record, archive and promote Nottingham's caves. We're off to the Salutation Inn, a 13th century building, to map the medieval caves that lay below.
This is our laser scanner, and this is the key to all the mapping.
Can we see it in action?
Yes, we can. Right, and if you're happy,
Yeah.
I'm happy, let's press go. Let it survey. So it's taking beams of laser light, and then it rotates all the way around, so we get a full sort of 360-degree survey. There we are, done.
So this is done. So what do you do with this information that's now collected?
Right, we download it onto the computer, do a bit of processing,
Yeah.
and what we end up with is what's on the laptop.
This whole process of going into a cave, mapping it all out, you can then start to understand maybe a bit more about what they were used for as well.
Yeah, that's right, yes. We can learn a lot more about spatial relationships between the caves.
We've got a lot of important and, luckily for you, fascinating work to get on with, so I won't delay you any longer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
It's fascinating to experience these caves, and we wish David and his team success in opening up Nottinghamshire's underground heritage for all to see. For house number 2, we travel northwest to the village of Treswell and a little closer to their family, about half an hour from Worksop. Close by is the village of Rampton, largely a rural farming community with a 15th century church and a country pub. House number 2 is found on the fringes of the village of Treswell and is a period country property recently renovated with a mix of contemporary and character features. So, we're a converted barn. It was finished about 18 months ago.
For me, I'm not that keen, to be honest.
Not keen on barn conversions, or...?
No, not keen on looking at it. It don't look what I like.
Right. These are very different reactions to the first property, aren't they?
Yeah.
Which is fine, you know. What about you, David?
I don't mind it.
In a minute, we'll find something you agree on. Well, let's go inside and see if it grows on you, shall we?
Yeah.
Come on. Well, not the reaction I was hoping for, but this is all about managing expectations. Our modern interior featured high on their agenda, so let's see if this property has something to catch their eye on the inside. So...
Oh. This is different. This is more my taste. It's very bright, airy, clean, modern, lots of nice lighting.
I mean, this is a cook's paradise. You've got a double fan-assisted oven, induction hob. Do you do much cooking?
No.
Good.
I like it to look like this.
So you want all this stuff, you're just not going to use it?
No,
No.
takeaways.
Now, at the moment, it's set up as a bit of a day room, if you like. Would you keep it the same?
I would.
I probably wouldn't. I'd probably make it a kitchen diner.
Would you?
Kitchen diner, yeah.
Well, why don't you make your mind up what you'd use this room for after you've seen the living room? Because I think you'll rather like it.
OK. Oh, this is nice. There's a dining room table.
Oh.
That could be a dining room.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
that's
changed
good.
things, hasn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
This would be our end of day. Because same as I'd keep a couch in that room.
Nighttime room, this one,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like it. I could work with it. It is nice.
You said the last place was awesome. You haven't said it in here yet, so it's... I'm getting the feeling that this is okay for you, but not brilliant.
This is okay for us, but not brilliant.
Well, let's go and see if the bedroom's nice, shall we?
Yes.
Come on. A utility room and toilet make up the downstairs, and so far we're getting mixed reactions. Upstairs, bedrooms 2 and 3 are served by a modern Jack and Jill bathroom, including a stylish double-ended bath. But now, it's the master. So, the master bedroom. Nice, isn't it?
It is nice.
It's okay. I think ceiling's a bit long.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd like this.
Did you?
Okay. Yeah, because it was quite light and modern.
Yeah, it is light and modern, but there's no feel in it.
Okay.
I don't feel it.
You've got a lovely ensuite through here. Do you want to have a quick look, actually?
Oh, this is fabulous.
Well, I was going to say, you know, the great thing about this room is it's got a walk-in wardrobe there that's big enough for a bedroom, which could also be a home office, of course, but if...
No.
Not even a... You see, look,
No.
she's got an ensuite. Not even a walk-in wardrobe can woo this lady.
I don't like the ceiling. I feel as though I'm being crushed.
OK.
Claustrophobic.
Okay.
Yeah.
You use big words. I prefer crushed.
I could work with this bathroom, you know what I mean? It's a bathroom, you sit in the bath, you're not going to...
Oh, how are you going to get out of that bath?
I don't want to know.
But
Let's go outside and guess the price.
Yeah.
David almost seems willing to compromise, but Karen remains unconvinced. And as we head outside to the lawn and patio area, compromise is the key word, as they wanted complete privacy in their garden. So, the garden. Modestly proportioned.
Small.
Yeah.
there's no character at all.
There's no privacy at all.
No, it's not what I expected.
Well, the gamble was to show you the barn conversion. This was the compromise, but the barn conversion hasn't paid off, has it?
Not
No.
really, no.
No, and the garden is definitely no good for us.
And the garden's put the nail in the coffin for me.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Let's have a look at this house then. Let's come back and have a talk about price. How much do you think this barn conversion is on the market for?
299.
Straight in there. David?
£290.
Right. Well, it's on the market for offers around £335,000. This stylish barn conversion is under budget and gives them 3 double bedrooms, including master with ensuite, a modern kitchen with family area, a very large lounge and dining room, a contemporary Jack and Jill style bathroom, and an edge of village setting with glorious views of the Nottinghamshire countryside. Now then, seen enough?
Seen it off.
Bit of a up and down day. I'm glad you've seen that, personally. Something to compare the first house with, at least, wasn't it?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
it definitely was. It was different.
Good. All right,
Very
well,
different.
that's all we're doing today. Let's go back.
Okay.
So it's fairly clear that David and Karen are keen on retaining their privacy. So we're going to run with that theme. Now, looking back on yesterday afternoon, in that second house, Karen thought those modern interiors were a little bit bland, which surprised me because I thought that's exactly what she was after. Modern, clean lines. So today, at the Mystery House, well, as you know, it's here to challenge the expectations of our buyers, and I'm going to show them something completely the opposite of property number 2. Something with bags of character and history. Something I think maybe they won't have seen in 18 or so years of living in Australia. And I reckon it'll invoke one of 2 responses. They'll love it, or they'll loathe it. But certainly, they won't be thinking it's nice. For the Mystery House, we head south to the village of Normanton-on-Trent, still around half an hour from Worksop. The village offers heritage in the shape of a Grade 2 listed church dating back to the 13th century. The Mystery House is a charming renovated property full of character in the heart of the village, overlooking the church. Look at this.
Bad, eh?
Nice. Nice private garden. Very beautiful.
It's old.
Very old. The original parts of the estate, just the start of the 1700s. The modern extension is 19th century, so it's period and period. First impressions of outside. Karen?
Beautiful. Pretty. Welcoming. Very nice garden.
It is, isn't it? I'm glad you
Yes,
like it.
I do
But
like
also,
it.
it's still private, isn't it?
I didn't know what to expect, really, but it's an excellent start from outside for us.
Yeah.
Good. All right, let's see what you make of the inside.
OK.
A cracking start to the mystery house. A thumbs up all round. But, and here's the but, let's see if they're prepared to compromise as we head for the kitchen. Now then, straight into the kitchen, obviously. I think I know what you might say, but go on, what are your first impressions?
Beams, low ceiling, but a really pretty kitchen. It's quite modern, nice tops. Love the windows. It's very workable. It's got a nice family feel.
I'm going to kill myself on that beam, I think. I'm going to reserve judgment. I mean, I can... If everything else was good, I could work with that.
OK. Heading for the lounge, we pass through the dining room with more feature beams for David, along with an inglenook fireplace. So here's your main reception room.
Oh, this is pretty. This is cute. Now, I say cute, but it's a really nice size, isn't it?
Yeah, this is OK. Handle the one beam, no problem. No
Oh,
problem.
I didn't notice that.
Well, it's high enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
It
It's
is
that way.
high. I do like the beam, actually.
Paint it white, it'll be fine.
I am actually taken to it, this house.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I am.
Let's go and take a quick sneak peek at the master bedroom, or what I think could be your master bedroom. Apart from the obvious issue with the beams, I'd say it's so far so good. And bearing the question of ceiling height in mind, I'm heading for a roomier option for the master bedroom. So this is one of the 4 bedrooms.
Beautiful size. Very bright. Quite large.
It's not the master, though, yeah?
Well, look, I wanted to show you this room because it was the tallest, essentially, because this is in, well, the 19th century part of the building. This is right above the living room where we just were.
Yeah.
And you've got lots of natural light pouring in. But at the other end of the building, you've got a similar size room, maybe slightly smaller, but it's got a lovely ensuite with it, which suggests it could be the master.
Yeah.
But that has lower ceilings. Let's have a quick look into the other bedroom, and I'll show you what I mean about the ceiling height.
OK.
Okay.
So, I don't have to duck.
No, I don't.
Have to duck. I don't walk like a soldier every day.
So on this floor, you've got 2 good-sized doubles, which you've now both seen. You've got a small single, great for one of the grandchildren maybe. But then, on the second floor, there's a really lovely double with storage in the eaves either side, which you can see later on.
Oh,
OK.
Let's go back out to the garden. Let's start thinking about price, shall we?
okay.
Yeah.
All right, after you. The upstairs is completed by a modern family bathroom with double-ended bath. As we head outside, I get the feeling if it was down to Karen, we'd have a sale. However, David seems yet to be convinced. Well, this is a good spot, really, to have another peek at the house, but also see the garden from another angle. So, what do you think?
I think the house is very pretty. It's very homely. It's got a lovely feel about it. It's pretty awesome, actually.
I am a little bit colder towards it. I've never been in a house with so much wood.
Well, with all this in mind, how much do you think it's on the market for?
I think it's on our budget, $350.
I'd say 330.
We've always gone in low.
Yep.
It's tight.
Do I win one this time?
You're spot on, Karen.
See?
350. The Mystery House is bang on budget and comes with bags of period features, giving them 4 bedrooms, 1 with ensuite, a kitchen breakfast room, a characterful dining room, a large lounge, a beautiful private garden, all in a pretty rural village. Well then, all done inside?
Yes, thanks.
Did you bang your head?
No, not this time.
Well, that's it then, let's buy it. Right, all done. Let's go and find somewhere to have a bit of a chat and catch up.
OK, then.
Thanks.
It's been a cracking couple of days. I really enjoyed it, but I'm here to find out what your favourite property is.
I did like the Mystery House.
Why?
I liked it because it got a nice feel. It had got a large living room. The bedrooms was nice. The kitchen needed some looking at. It was a bit small for David.
The low ceilings and the beams really did it for me.
How much of a compromise is it for you to have house number 1 as your favourite, then?
You must have seen our faces when we walked onto property 1. It was just brilliant from the outside. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And then when we sort of got inside, we started compromising a bit. And I think at the end, I think we just hit 1 or 2 compromises too many.
So your next step is?
The next step is to investigate the areas what you've shown us already, and then see what else is on the market.
I wish you both the very best of luck. You're running out of time now. How long have you got?
9, 10 weeks.
10 weeks to find somewhere, do a deal and move in. Do you think you'll do it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I'll hold you to that. Look, no matter what happens, please let us know where you end up.
Will do.
Definitely will, won't
Will
we?
do.
Good luck. I've had a lot of fun.
Thank you very much.
Well, David and Karen have been nothing but candid throughout this, have they? It's funny, isn't it? In just 3 viewings, Karen's gone from looking for open-plan modern interiors to falling in love with a cottage that's centuries old. I'm not sure David's quite got there yet, but he'll need to, and pretty soon, because, well, let's face it, in a couple of months, all of their furniture arrives, so they're up against it. But you know what? The look in David's eyes when he says he'll do it, I actually believe him, and I wish them both the very best of luck. See you next time. Whilst David and Karen loved some aspects of house number 1 and the Mystery House, they felt the overall package wasn't quite there. But they've since been back to the area and have had an offer accepted on a property, moving in just as their furniture arrives. If you'd like to escape to the country in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland or England, or maybe even further afield to the continent and need our help, please apply online at bbc.co.uk/beonashow. It was in this stretch of caves behind me that 200 years ago, native rhinoceros and hippopotamus bones were discovered. Find out when and where these exotic animals roamed in just a few moments. On today's show, I'm attempting to help a couple of expats to escape the bush down under and relocate back to home soil. They take a trip down memory lane.
That's great, isn't it?
It is nice.
Fantastic.
When was the last time you had one of those?
20 years ago,
Yeah.
30 years ago.
And send a shiver down my spine.
How are you going to get out of that bath?
I don't want to know. Today, I'm in Nottinghamshire at Cresswell Crags, where an excavation proved that the narrow-nosed rhinoceros, a species now extinct, lived 120,000 years ago. And this network of limestone caves was also the most northerly-based campsite in the world of our Ice Age ancestors, and is the home of the only known cave art from that period in Britain. In fact, there seems to be an underground history embedded into this county, and I'll be looking deeper into that later on in the programme. But first, let's not ignore the human history that's played its part in this varied and intriguing county. For 20 years, Karen and David have lived abroad, spending the last 18 years in Australia. But having sold their house near Perth, they feel now is the time to rediscover their roots.
We've known each other 22 years and we've been married for 20 years. And we've really never had a life in the UK. We're moving from Beeliar, which is a suburb of Perth. We had some good neighbours, but it was like a housing estate. Everybody was too close together for my liking.
And family ties are pulling them back home to Nottinghamshire.
Because we've got 2 grandchildren now. Once a year wasn't doing it for us.
Whilst they search for a new home, they're staying with Karen's sister Lorraine in Worksop.
When I told my sister we'd made a decision to come home, she said her wish had come true. She says that's the only thing she ever wanted is me to come back home. Oh, it makes me cry thinking about it.
Now to discover the financial details for the new home.
Our budget for this move is £350,000. We've just had our 20-year holiday. Now it's time to come home. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
David and Karen have asked us to concentrate our search in the north of the county, to be within reasonable distance from their family in Worksop. I met up with them on their home turf of Nottinghamshire to find out more about this